Welcome to Ray Roberts State Park in Pilot Point, Texas. Today we'll explore the Randy Bell Trail, a hidden gem for hikers and nature enthusiasts. This 2.5-mile loop trail offers stunning views of the lake and its surrounding wildlife, making it a must-see for everyone looking to explore the great outdoors. The Randy Bell Trail winds through a beautiful woodlands and offers a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle, with plenty of opportunities for wildlife watching and photography. As you trek along, you'll be treated to wildflowers in spring and fall and changing colors in the fall, making each step worth the adventure. Come along and discover the beauty and serenity of the Randy Bell Trail at Ray Roberts State Park. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and tell all your friends. Thanks for watching.
Hey y'all, welcome to Texas. Yeah, we traveled from Tennessee to Texas. We're spending a week with our grandchildren while Kelly and Taylor are off celebrating their 15th wedding anniversary. They're in school today, and so we decided to travel about 30 minutes from the house, and we are at Ray Roberts Lake State Park, close to Pilot Point, Texas. We're going to be doing the Randy Bell Trail. It's about a 2-mile loop, and as you can tell, it's cement, so it ought to be easy walking. But anyway, join us on this hike as we kind of make our way around. Nice, friendly staff so far, and I'm sure they're all friendly at the state park. But as we go around, we'll stop and share some interesting points with you. So come along. Right off the trail here, something mowed, a little sign over there. Wonder what that is. Let's go check it out and see what it is there. Nice mowed little area here, huh? Wonder what it is. This is not a campsite. Not sure what it is, but it is not a campsite. Well, let's continue on down the trail, see what else we see that's of interest or not so much interest. We've been in a grove of trees, all of them being the same thing. They're from the oak family, and I'm thinking these are probably post oak, but you can tell by the leaf that these are oaks by the shape of that leaf. So, you know, all around us you can see these post oak, or at least the oak family kind of tree, and providing us a little shade this morning. It's a nice morning this morning. The other temperatures around us have been in the 90s, but today's supposed to be a little cooler, a cool front coming in, and so it's supposed to be only up to 86. So we're enjoying this morning by being out and around. So we'll travel on up and see what we see. One of the other things we've seen along here is some of these nice pretty purple flowers. Now remember, a few times we've been on these little hikes and I've always said, those are pretty, I wonder what they are. Well, I did download an app, iNaturalist, and by using that, these appear to be a purple foxglove, excuse me. But you can download all kinds of various apps to figure out what the wildflowers are that you're seeing. So even this time of the year, when it's usually hot and dry, you can still find wildflowers as you hike along. You just have to be observant. One of the things that you'll see a whole lot of out in Texas, across Oklahoma, and various areas in the plains, good old mesquite, a low-growing shrub tree kind of plant. Doesn't provide a lot of shade, but when you're out in some places, it's the only shade you can find. But the wood is also pretty dense, creates a great smoke flavor for your meats and stuff. So pretty handy little plant. Also known for the cover for rattlesnakes, those kind of things. So I'm looking around making sure, because I don't like snakes. But anyway, this is a mesquite tree, plentiful in this area. If you've been following us at all, You know, one of the things we always look for on a hike are mushrooms. Well, our hike is now complete. We found some mushrooms, and what do? We've talked about this before. They're one of the fungi that help break down wood and causes it to decay. And so we've now completed our hike, almost. But we did find our mushrooms, which we always look for on our hikes. We just find those interesting.
We've come across some cactus out here in the wild. Prickly pear, it's called.
Like I mentioned earlier, we are at Ray Roberts Lake State Park. So, given that name, you probably understand that there is a lake nearby. We were on a walking trail. It was a cement trail, so made it easy to walk on. It does have some elevation change, so you can get a little cardio. One of the other things this park has is also bike trails. As you can see, we're standing in one of the bike trails, one of the more difficult ones. So we've seen those kind of crisscross a little bit. We also came across an equestrian trail. So this park has a lot to offer, regardless whatever your interest may be, whether it's fishing, hiking, boating, you can find it here. So when you're in Texas, visit Ray Roberts Lake State Park. That's what we're doing. We're enjoying it. Yeah, we continued on down the trail a little ways and stopped and enjoyed a few things. But one of the things I wanted to point out were these beautiful flowers here. Still in bloom. We've come across quite a few of them right through this area right here. Those are black-eyed Susans out in the wild. But you can see they're all kind of scattered through this little area right here, along with some of the blue stem grass and various trees and stuff. But yeah, makes for a beautiful picture, and just kind of enjoy the walk along here. So let's continue on and see what else we find. As we were walking along the trail, what we came across was a little pond that's right behind me. These provide great habitat for frogs, for turtles, which then provides habitat and things for like raccoons and blue heron, for ducks, those kind of things. Of course, the time of day we're here, probably as much traffic as there's been today. There's nothing here. Could be just the day that we're here. But a lot of times, from what the sign said, if you're quiet, sometimes you can see raccoons feeding along the bank, looking for frogs and things to eat. Wow. Talk about mushrooms. We've got them. This thing is loaded with them. Talk about a tree that's getting a lot of decay taken care of. This one is. But doesn't it make a beautiful sight? Just the way nature takes care of itself and cleanses itself, all just backed up, covering this tree with mushrooms. That is a pretty awesome sight. As we've been walking along, we've seen quite a bit of this grass, but here you can kind of see the contrast a little better as it's kind of laid out in this little meadow here. But we're pretty sure this is probably big blue stem. There's also some Indian grass in here as well. But it's just very nice to see the contrast in colors that nature has created for us. The more blue-green kind of color against the greens and the browns and things. Just makes for a very pretty sight.
This little critter jumped out in front of us and scared the bejeebies out of us. It's a little buck. You can see the antlers just starting to grow. Yep, we're talking about you. He's looking right at us. Here's a little doe and a fawn. Just looks like they're having a little something to eat.
Oh, already starting to get a little peak of fall, getting a little red color here in these leaves and some oranges going on amongst the green. Makes for a beautiful sight, does it not? Get out and enjoy nature, it's beautiful. Well, we found some nice looking white flowers, but the plant is also covered with these little hairy spikes on them. This is a Texas nettle, and they say that those spikes are stinging, so I'm sure that if you touch those, it'd be like sticking a needle in there. Not sure if they have any kind of poison or anything like that. Not really in the mood to get stung, so I'm going to keep my hands off of it, but that is a beautiful flower. Got a little plant here going on. They do get broad, maybe 3 feet, sometimes 3-4 feet high. So this one's, I guess, relatively small in height, but you can kind of see them all growing right through here. The sun was catching this spider web just right as we were rounding the curve there on the trail, and you can see it. It's the way it's all spread out. Looks nearly like a trap, which that's what spider webs are. And somewhere in there, hidden, is probably the spider. Maybe it's gone into that log, but got a perfect place to catch all kinds of food items that it might need. We're trying not to disturb it, but it is a beautiful sight. We're still probably a half mile till we get back to the end where we parked our car. But in the background you can see Ray Roberts Lake. That's what this state park is all about, is the lake plus the surrounding natural areas that they have for wildlife habitat and propagation of various trees and grasses that are native to this area. We've seen quite a few of them. One of them I didn't point out was that I've seen is some cedar trees. I don't see any here close or point it out to you, but we've seen a lot of different things. Well worth your trip. We took our time because we were stopping and videoing. It gives you a good cardio, so here's what I would say. Do your cardio, then slow down and go back to cool down and look at nature as you go along so that you can enjoy both good health and enjoying nature at the same time. So until the next trail, happy trails to you.